Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bells. Every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So, a story came out recently about a couple of young ladies who denounced their sorority affiliation due to religious beliefs. And it has caused a big uproar in the Black community, and I would say rightfully so, and only rightfully because people just don't like change. Okay. So they feel that everything against what they've always been taught, there's an evil agenda behind it. We can even go with religious beliefs or things that are part of the Christian religion. And what people think is part of the Christian religion and what the people think is in the Bible, but when you actually do research, do your own studying, ask questions, this, that, and the third, dialogue with people, with scholars. Sometimes you got questions, things don't add up. And then when you go ask people that are in your church or even the reverend or the pastor, sometimes they don't even have a good answer for what you're asking, what you're talking about. It sounds like more of a personal dig, like they feel like you're digging at them. And a lot of times people don't want to change anything because let's be honest, let's say like your mama, your grandmama, they grew up in this church. They had white Jesus on the wall, this, that, and the third. So grandma can't be wrong. So we're not going to question it. It's just what we know. Like eating hog mugs and chitlins and pig feet is, that's our culture. So you need to keep eating it. But it's killing us all and giving us all it's helping with these diseases, with high blood pressures, these diabetes, these heart disease, these amputations, and all that kind of stuff. But we still do it because, well, a lot of folks still do it because they feel like it's our culture. Well, no, it's just a culture of survival. And in this day and age, we still should not have to live that way. Or like voting for Democrats because what's what your mama did, what my grandma did, Democrat is the party of the Black folk. But really, it's not. As time goes on, more information comes out. And that's the thing. You remember what Cat Williams said 2024 is going to be the year of the revelation? A lot of things are going to be revealed this year. And it seems like it has. It snowballs. One person says something, and another person validates that, like stuff that Cat Williams said. And then the stuff about P. Diddy comes out and and just blows up. And now we got people talking about sororities and fraternities. So let's get into it so we can give my take on it and you also give your take on it too. This is from msn.com. Let's see, by way of the Atlanta Black Star News. Now, I definitely wanted to see the Black take on this. That's why I went to the Atlanta Black Star News, because I was going to get it from, was it Rolling Out? But it was like a short excerpt, but I'm on more detail into what's going on to see why people are feeling the way they do. And it reads, all of this denouncing stuff is just anti-Black. Women call out Delta Sigma Theta and Spelman for going against their Christian values. Outrage erupts. Evil always get mad. Okay. It's always a battle between good and evil. And I always say that the guy was Jesse Lee Peterson, as throwed off as he is about his views. You can always take something from everyone who talks. You can always take something from them. And he has said that he doesn't believe there's no such thing as racism, which I mean, can't say that because it is. But he says the battle is not between black or white or religion, this and the third. It's between good and evil, period. That bottom line is good and evil. When you go down to the basic compound, the basic atom, that basic element, it's just good versus evil. And that's what it is. And now as it spreads out, it could be race, it could be gangs, it could be wealth, it could be religion, it could be, different things. But in the end, it's just good versus evil. Social media has been a frenzy ever since a Howard University senior renounced her Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Inc. Incorporated membership. And a video went viral from a Spelman College grad denouncing the school due to her religious beliefs. Now, why she grad due to school? Now the emerging trend is causing quite an uproar amongst those who believe the acts of loud denouncing is foolish. On May 20th, Howard University student Zora Sanders posted a 2-page letter to her Instagram page announcing Delta Sigma Theta just weeks after joining the sorority. Just weeks after joining the sorority. Amazing. I am writing this letter to inform nationals that I have officially renounced and denounced membership in the organization, she said in the letter. Now, from what I gather, they go through all kind of hazing rituals, and it costs money, like hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars to join this organization, which I don't understand at all. Like why you got to pay, but I guess, I mean, it is what it is. Her letter cites examples from the induction ceremony, initiation, even a chapter meeting that convinced her to renounce her membership, highlighting that they are conflicted with her, that they conflicted with her Christian beliefs. Quote, in order to be a member, I had to make a pledge for an oath of allegiance and perform a ritual ceremony that involved kneeling, bowing at an altar, the letter read. Now, swear oaths of allegiance. People are mad because she put that out there saying, that she shouldn't be denouncing this stuff. It's wrong. Why would she do that? So you don't have a problem with her swearing the oath of allegiance to a group, a sorority group, a group, mind you, based on Greek letters, philosophy, and gods, Greek. And you're Black. That's something I can never understand. And that's one of the first things that got me, that I couldn't understand, because like I said, when I was young, I started like my whole pro-Black, Black activism movement, like in junior high school. It really, really ramped up. And we would study. The big thing was Egyptology. I don't know if you call it Egyptology, but it's studying like ancient Egypt. That's the main thing that we had. Like the only thing we really had to grasp onto is what came from Egypt. And the Bibles and the scriptures and stuff. It was based around that area too. So that's what we base everything on. And the question is why are we as a people, we always want to talk about racism and the white man this, white man that, but yet we hold on to everything that they have, everything that they offer us. We just take it. Like I said, pig's feet and chitlins. We just take that because we just so happy they gave us something. So it's like, why would we be in organizations if we supposed to be separate and everything is Black this and Black that? Then why in the heck are we claiming allegiance to organizations that are based on Greek mythology and not Egypt mythology or Egyptian gods or things of that nature? Because contrary to popular belief, everything the Greeks got, they got it from Egypt. If you read your history and you believe that sort of thing, they got this stuff from Egypt. So why in the heck are we not saying, hey, we're not going to do Greek gods no more. We're going to change our organization to Egyptian, bring it up to the Black people. I couldn't understand it. But again, you mad because we say it's okay to swear an oath of allegiance to, let's just say, Greek gods and Greek mythology, but yet you'll sit down for the pledge to the flag, of American flag. Now I don't stand up. I mean, I'm just gonna say that right now, but I don't pledge allegiance to anything, except to the Most High and to my family, to myself. That's it. Anything else, there's no loyalty from anything out there, from anyone. You do one thing jacked up at your job. You do one thing jacked up to this organization, and guarantee they'll kick you out in a second. Ain't no allegiance. Ain't no second chances for the most part. So make that make sense. One wrong is not better than the other. Sanders also said, I recall the president opening up the meeting with some Bible verses from Psalms. With these verses, they were misconstrued, taken out of context from the Bible to fit a Delta version. Another huge non-negotiable for me. Man, she didn't put the verses. Dang, I wish I would have seen them. I wish she would have put the verses on. Maybe she did, but it's not in this article. She concluded, these aforementioned reasons involve idolatry, a sin that costs eternal life, 1 Corinthians 6, 9 through 10. This conviction has been placed within me by the Holy Spirit, and I must obey. Please inform me of the next steps of any paperwork necessary for me to be formally removed from this organization. Now, see, I understand that because the Bible do say, cannot have any other gods before me. You don't bow down. You don't pray to any other gods besides the Most High. Okay. But it's funny how it's okay if black folk do it, then it's fine. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like in the streets when young brothers are, committing crimes against each other. Brothers and sisters committing crimes against each other in the streets, in the hood, what you want to call it, schools, wherever. And all we do is cry and pray and ask the police to find who it is when you know who it is. Because a lot of times, these little neighborhoods are not that big. So most of the time, people know who did it. Somebody knows who done it. And it can get back to you so quick. It's ridiculous. But if white man does it, police does it, now we're in an uproar. Now it ain't right. Now the police got to be fired, got to be disbanded. We got to defund the police because they're no good. Got to go to this whole extremes. If one policeman, two policemen, I know it's a bunch of them that might be, but the police is, as they say, a gang, is a fraternity. They'll even call themselves a fraternity. But yet you're mad at how they operate. But it's okay if your own people operate in that same way, in a way that does not benefit you spiritually or emotionally. Maybe financially, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm trying to understand how that makes sense. So no, you're not supposed to worship anything if you got Christian values. Can't make, it doesn't make sense. It's kind of like the story where I told y'all where this girl, I heard that she was like, she was a black girl, chocolate, beautiful, pretty chocolate girl. Somehow, her own people talked about her, used to make fun of her because she was so dark, blah, 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 whatever. You know how we do. You know how folks do. So somehow she get a hold of, gets around some white folk. I think she was staying with him, saying third, going to church with him. And the pastor said at the church, Christian church, that he doesn't believe that races should mix. And her family's all in the uproar. Man, how can he say that? That ain't right. You ain't supposed to say that in church. I'm like, why not? I said, hold on. What's the difference between him saying it and your grandma saying it? Saying the same thing. We saying it because of survival. Okay, I understand. My grandma saying out of love. Okay, out of preservation, right? He's saying out of preservation. Now, it may be some evil connotations behind it, but he's saying the same thing that our people saying. He's saying he don't feel it should mix, it should stay pure. And matter of fact, there are scriptures in the Bible where you have there are scriptures in the Bible that say that some tribes should not mix. Some nations do not mix. Do not, like, what was it, Samson? Samson was told, do not be dealing with these certain women, this and the third. And he messed around, got Delilah, and pretty much had to, what I'm saying, led to his demise. I mean, there are scriptures in the Bible that says this to the point. So how can you differentiate or decide who's right and who's wrong? I mean, it's just hard to do. It said, since going viral, there has been a mix of responses to Sanders' post. Some people applauded her for standing on her beliefs. Quote, "You did nothing wrong. You are on the right side." One person replied under her post, "I applaud your boldness in the Lord." Another one said, "I'm a former AKA who denounced in 2015. Oh, okay. Freedom feels good. Your obedience will save many," another person stated. And I also know one thing they do like require you to pay dues every year, even if you get no benefit out of it. It's just that your name is associated. I mean, now, let me tell you this. It does help out amongst each other, but you can do that for anybody. What it's called, like like you're paying for nepotism, but you could do that for anybody. It's like, I have a job, I have a career, and there have been many times where I have put people on at different clinics, and include my own clinics that I worked at. Put them on, get them a job real quick. Somebody got me on at a job at a place before a couple of times. So it happens. I ain't part of no fraternity, They ain't part of no sorority. We just, some people almost went to school together. Some of us grew up together. Some of us just met on the job, and we just helping each other out as we go along because we're on the same wave path. We don't pay no dues to each other to do that. But I do know there have been benefits where there's been times where there have been like certain transactions where I was left out because I just know because I was not part of a fraternity, and two of the people that were part of it, they were. So I believe that they helped each other out before they helped me out, and I was like on the ground floor of it. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw it and I figured out, put two and two and it made four, or it didn't add up right. Let me say that it didn't add up right. That's when I'm like, okay, I know what went wrong there. He said, but some Instagram users disapprove of her outing the sorority's rituals, which are supposed to be reserved for members only, and warn she could face legal repercussions. Quote, I don't really care about the girl denounced, an ex-user wrote. I care that she shared sorority secrets, but if there's one thing you should know, it's Delta is a business. The lawyers are already lawyering, I'm sure. Yeah, and it is a business. Like I said, you pay dues to this organization. And and I'll tell you another reason why. Another thing, the reason why like I wasn't really like into it or trying to join is because when I was like in high school and college, I noticed, and it might have happened before then, but these organizations were running like a gang, like a street gang, like Crips and Bloods, like seriously. Like Kappa was a big thing. Hell, I've been to the Kappa Beach Party a few times as a youngin'. And you see that cats will actually, like, especially like Kappas, they would throw up like bees, like seriously. I've seen it, and these Kappas and what do you call it? What's the other one? The blue, the Deltas, whatever. That's a girl. Omegas, whatever the boys are with the blues. They be fighting, like seriously, having fights with each other, like freaking gang members. People was joining these fraternities due to colors, coming up out of streets. Matter of fact, I had a friend of mine who I think he might have joined Kappa when he was in school, and then he had his business that I went to one time, and it's like a little, I'm gonna say a quote unquote hangout type spot. I won't get into too much detail, but when I see the people there, most of the people were sitting there wearing red, but they was all as Kappas, right? But then we step outside, getting ready to go home or whatever, and I'm hanging in the parking lot, and you see this dude ride by in this, I think it was an old Explorer, with the window down, staring at people, and I can just look at him, and I can kind of look inside the car, and this dude was a Crip. I'm just gonna put it like that. So he's scoping. Is basically what he's doing, scoping out the enemy and rolling through it. I'm telling my missus, like, yo, we gotta go. I see, telling my homeboy, man, we gotta dip. That don't look like that dude there. I don't think he was, that dude there looked like he was part of a gang and trying to, looking like he about to want to start something. So thinking this is probably a hangout for, for Bloods or whatever. We out of here. It's simple as that. So, like I said, that's another reason. Like I say, like to try to turn to like a gang type of thing, and that's no. But like I said, that was when I was a little younger, or whatever. It said representative for the sorority responded to the viral post acknowledging that they had been made aware that the young woman had posted excerpts from the Covenant handbook and were working with national headquarters and their legal team. As of May 21st, there had not been any additional updates. Well, whether you like it or not, and here's the thing. Sometimes things got to be outed. You got to put stuff out there, because especially with the problem now, it's just like an evil organization where it's really like hurting like common folk. Probably not. I don't think so. But again, you don't have to be sitting there, doing satanic rituals. Not saying they're doing satanic, but hey, it's anything against, like I say, it's good versus evil. So anything against the Most High, it's got to be satanic, right? So they out there doing these rituals and stuff that are against the Most High's commandments. I mean, that's their soul. They're doing it to their soul, right? And that's just, I mean, that's just how you got to see it. But she putting it out there, like, and and what you want to do really when you do things like this is to protect and warn those that are coming up under you. That whether it's one soul or 100, you protecting those, putting it out there and letting them know, hey, this is what this is, and this ain't right. From my interpretation of the scriptures. So there's nothing wrong. To me, I feel there's nothing wrong with that. I feel that a lot of times these fraternities, sororities do harm people. When you look at people like Roland Martin and them Joyce Reeds and even your vice president, they are part of these fraternities and sororities and help each other out. For the most, even up to the point of, you remember the girl that swore up and down she saw a redheaded baby running down the street of the highway in the middle of the night? Your vice president, because that deranged woman was part of a sorority, the same sorority as your vice president. She put like the Secret Service or whoever, not Secret Service, but like the FBI or whoever, one of these high-ranking organizations, out there to look for this girl because she was part of the group, wasting taxpayers' money, putting the security of the world and of the country in jeopardy, looking for this lunatic. Oh, I'm not gonna say lunatic. Looking like this, looking for this throwed out female. So yeah, that does hurt the people. Roland Martin trying to get you to vote for Joe Biden when Joe Biden ain't doing nothing good for black people, but Roland Martin, because he's part of, that little group he part of, and feeling like the boule and all that, trying to get the Democrats in so they can get their money, no matter how it hurts everybody else, so they can get their little old accolades and stuff. Because they're like, if I get up here, then I can pull my other fraternities brothers and my sorority sisters up, and leaving the rest of us high and dry, out to dry, really. It said, before the dust could settle on Sanders' drama, a resurfaced clip of Angelique Prince, a former student of Spelman, had started to go viral. Prince attended Spelman in Atlanta from 2012 to 2016. And in January 2024, she uploaded a video. So this came out a little earlier. That was kind of quiet. Nobody really heard about it. She uploaded a video denouncing the institution. Institution, that's the school, claiming God put it in her heart to uncover a lot of things in her life that are just not okay with him. One of the things that has come up is Spelman College and a covenant I made with the demon operating behind Spelman College. The demonic covenants that are there, all of the rituals and all the things that are going on, she said in the hour-long video. Prince is clear to differentiate herself from other fake Christians, saying she is not the type of Christian who believes in demonic rainbows, unicorns, the tooth fairy, or the type of Christian who believes in letting their children have imaginary friends. She goes on to talk about traditions and rituals of the school she feels are demonic. There was a departing ceremony that took place where a woman poured out water on the grass and she spoke some sort of incantation, saying something to the effect of ashes to ashes, dust to dust, something like that. They say that when people die, like from the dirt we came to the dirt we shall return, because that it comes from biblical text where the Most High brought Adam up from the dirt. Prince claims that the departing ceremony was when first-year students arrived on campus and departed from their families to be with their sisters in Sisters Chapel. At one point, she says, anyone who has gone to an HBCU needs to break some demonic covenant out of their life, a statement people are calling anti-Black. Quote, this just proves that all of this denounce and renounce stuff is just anti-Black, a communist stated. Why is it anti-Black? Other communists couldn't believe what they were hearing. Now there is someone denouncing Spelman. You couldn't denounce those student loans first, as one confused extra. Not the school that was founded by Christian missionaries, one person commented on the Prince's video. Not the school whose first textbook was the Bible, not the school whose motto is our whole school is for Christ. Can't be. Spelman has not issued a statement in response to Prince's video. However, many are questioning whether she plans to denounce her degree as well. Exactly. See, this is the problem. You living in a world that does not belong to you, to us. And we try to denounce stuff. You know how we say that We gotta do everything black first, black first is and the third. Understood. Be for your people as a whole to make sure to keep your people, out of poverty, to bring them out of poverty, to get a leg up, to get somewhere in life to where they can, just do for self first, do for family, do for your people. But they say all skin folk and kin folk, as they say, right? I can understand that. But the problem is, as we try to keep money, let's say, in the black community, right? Keep it circulating in the black community. No matter what, that money is going to leave the community eventually. So basically what you want to do is keep it circulating in the community as long as possible, longer than a few minutes, few hours, few days, or whatever. You want to keep it amongst yourself for as long as possible. But in the end, it's going to go back to them folk. Why? Because they manufacture. Actually, they're the one who create money. Let's just be honest. They manufacture everything. They distribute everything. They allow everything to happen. So until you can start making your own silk, until you start making your own oil wells, your own oil refineries, your own cotton mills, your own liquor establishments, your own, you grow your own, have your own land, grow your own products, your own materials, create it yourself, put it out there, distribute it, manufacture it, warehouse it, what have you. The money's going to always go back to them. Everything goes back to them, including because it starts with them, because this is their world right now. It just is, until we can figure out a way to reverse that, to flip that. That's what you gotta understand. This includes HBCUs, because as much as we love and hype HBCUs for what they are, you have to understand they were started by them folk. They were started, like all your HBCUs, the names are all white people. They're named after white people. They are. I mean, do you have any HBCUs that are named after black people? Let me see. I don't know, because it's like 100 of them. Let me see. Hey, let's do this real time look right quick. HBCUs named after black people. Let's see. Let's see. What does it say? I don't see. I see a list. Let's see. Some say 5 minutes about historical black colleges. Just trying to see if there's any HBC. I don't think there's any named after black folks, but I'm gonna see. Let's see. 5 myths. Myth number 1: black colleges were founded by black people. According to DeVos, HBCU founders saw that the systems wasn't working and that there was an absence of opportunity, so they took it upon themselves to provide solutions. Presumably they mean African Americans, but some of today's most well-known HBCUs were founded by white Americans. Washington's Howard University, which celebrates its sesquicentennial this year. This is an old article, so not this year. It's named after one of its founders, General Oliver Howard, a white Union officer who led the Federal Freedmen's Bureau after the Civil War. Spelman College was founded in 1881 as the Atlanta Baptist Female Seminary by Sophia B. Packard and Harriet E. Giles, two white teachers from Massachusetts. Later renamed, the all-female college had among its early benefactors John D. Rockefeller and the family of his wife, Laura Spelman Rockefeller. The Rockefellers and the Baptist organization that underwrote the teachers' mission also provided major financial support to the nearby all-male HBCU Morehouse College. Myth number 2 is racist to have black colleges. And let's see, what's the myth? Let's see what's another myth. Number 3, HBCUs are inferior. Myth number 4, students are fleeing HBCUs. There's a lot of people going to HBCUs, especially non-black people. Obama was and myth number 5, Obama was anti-HBCU. President Obama's first budget called for a $73 million cut in funding for HBCUs. The next year, the money was restored. In 2011, the administration tightened loan standards, resulting to a 36% reduction in federal plus loans available to HBCU parents and causing a number of students to unexpectedly interrupt their college education. The new rules, but we're talking about loans, and we know how loans is killing people. that might have been for the best. I know you want to go to HBCU and say you graduated that, but if it didn't put you in debt to tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars in student debt, might should went to a community college. The new rule disproportionately affected schools that serve a high share of disadvantaged students. A post-analysis found that the move translated to annual cut of $150 million for HBCUs. We're actually talking about loans. So did that really benefit the kids or just benefit the school? Let's see. But that's the loan. Let's see. So I don't see anything. Let me say named after. Let me see. They'll say white people. Now that comes up. Let's see. Yep. Mary McLeod Bethune. She found a school for Negro girl, now Bethune-Cookman. And I guess she was white. Yeah, they just say, hell, I don't see the whitest historically black college in America. 5 minutes already did that. So let's see. How many first students were white? Howard University's first students were white. Amazing. So it's like, anyway, my point is it goes, actually the HBCUs are pretty much the same as the fraternities and sororities. You got black folks claiming allegiance to something that's based on white mythology and white history of the Greeks. And you're going to a historically black university that was founded and funded by white folks for the most part. Now, I know Langston University. I remember, now I got to read more on them, but I know they want to start a school, but still named after somebody white. But anyway, wait a minute. Yeah. They like raise money to create that school, like the community said, if y'all want a college, a black college there in Oklahoma, then y'all have to raise some money, and they did it with like the church and did like fundraisers and bake sales and stuff, and they raised the money to start to create that school. But it's probably a lot more deeper than that. But anyway, shout out to these young ladies. I mean, you have to put the stuff out there because it is time for a change. Like I say, it's 2024. It's a new age. Y'all do understand the whole zodiac signs and the ages, like the different ages, like change every couple of thousand years. So it's about that time. Y'all just have to understand that's just history, like seriously. So things are coming out, things about to change. You know what they say? Time comes with change and change comes with time. And the problem and the issue is our generation, the people that are here now, we are seeing the change. We are seeing the age, the changing of the age right now. Started probably in the early 2000s. It's been going slowly but surely, but now everything is just manifesting itself a whole lot. So that's just where we at right now. And there's nothing we can really do about it because it's going to be, you think about this, think about the old fraternities and your sororities that you're part of right now in 2024. Were they around 2,000 years ago? No. Do you think it'll be around 2,000 years from now? There you go. So take that into consideration. Think about that and understand you can be hating on these young ladies because they're putting out information that you don't want to get out. But if it ain't right, wrong is wrong. Period. So, anywho, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Let's dialogue. You know how we do around here. Hey, support the channel. You can like, share, comment, and subscribe. 4 ways you can support that cost you nothing but maybe a couple minutes out your day. If you want to support monetarily, go to the description box. There are links below. You can click there. You can help out. Also, you can do super thanks or super chats. However you support, I thank you and I appreciate you. And with that being said, I leave you in peace and I'll see you on the other side.